Okay, this is the interior plumbing and appliances video. And after having spent a little bit of time, this is GFCI protected, it's just not labeled. This doesn't have a spring on it. But having spent some time in here, I've yet to find a whole house water shutoff valve, and that's kind of important for you to know where it is and how to turn the water off during an emergency. GFCI protected. Not GFCI protected. Cloth tape on your connection. Okay. So, and I don't see that the length has been labeled. Just try a Hail Mary in there, but I do not see a. So the closed wire length has not been labeled. And the corrugated connector has been improperly sealed with flammable cloth tape. Flammable. No GFCI. Now here we have an interesting bathroom. It's kind of like a Jack and Jill bathroom, only it goes between the mud area, or between the laundry and the craft room, to the little hallway that goes to the bedrooms. So in this one we have one lavatory. Now if you trip a GFCI in the primary bathroom suite, this is where you come back to reset it. Everything goes down, it's supposed to go down. Hi, Timmy. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. We got enough pitch on our niche. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Boring. What is that? Why are you there? Kind of looks like plumbing. Maybe not. Maybe I should leave that alone. Okay. So that was the hall bathroom. And coming back here is our primary bedroom suite. Our primary bedroom suite bathroom. And coming on along. For the interior, we got two lavatories here. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Boring. Now this is interesting. This contraption I'm about to show you, I usually find it over here or over there. I usually find it underneath the lavatory. There's no reason that it has to be there. Okay? But this is our tempering valve, our dilution valve, our hot and water mixer, so that we don't accidentally scald ourselves. And I don't know why you can put one here and it's good for the whole structure, but apparently that helps, and it's here to help, and so that's our tempering valve right there. So, and that'll make the report. This is, where is the tempering valve? Right here. Where's the expansion tank? We don't have one. Where's the main water shutoff valve? I don't know. Well, we kind of want to find it. This is the other lavatory. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Boring. Now, this one's a little different. When I tested the GFCI, I tested it here, and then I had to go into the other bathroom we just came from, to go into that bathroom and reset it. So I should come over here and make sure that it's still working. That's what I should do. Yay! Okay, so I know that this one was dead after I tripped that one, but I haven't tripped this one, so just kind of like, just so you can see my my method. So I tripped it. And I heard it in the other room. And I'll reset it here in a little bit. Hot's on the left. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Again, boring. Boring is good. Here's an interesting thing. We got a bathroom fan, vent fan in here. It's cool. And we got vent fan here. That's cool. But the fan wasn't even required if you had an operable window. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have an operable window, right? The code says, last time I read this part of the code, I usually read it on an as-need-to-know basis. Will you open up easy? I just want to get a better look at the bottom of the tank. But as long as you have an operable window, the code actually says you're supposed to have an operable window, excuse me. And you can get around not having an operable window by having a vent. So the vent's actually an exception to the code. Now they're required to be installed certain ways, that's true. But this is how it evolved, because the code was older than, it's pretty luxurious in one day. Our gasket's fine. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Got enough niche on our pitch. Put about an inch of water in there. Went around outside looking for pan leaks. I did not see one. So that's interior plumbing and appliances, right? We're getting there. Well, here's one for us. This is a thermostat. Okay? Thermostat's a dumb animal. All it knows is what you tell it to do. So if you turn it on 50, it'll run and run and run. If it doesn't reach 50, it'll continue to run. So if you put it on 60 in here and you're perfectly comfortable, but you've got this door closed and you got a lock on it there, it might be 60 degrees in here. You may be perfectly comfortable, but it may be 80 degrees out here. It might be 40 degrees out here. They're banging on the door. They're texting you. Will you do something with the thermostat? So the thermostat's supposed to be in a common area. It's not supposed to be in the one single bedroom that controls everything. Has a door, can isolate itself from it. Anyway, that's what that's supposed to be. That'll make the report. The manufacturer's installation instructions supersede code. This is a gas appliance. This has a glass front. It has a screen it doesn't need. It has all these things. And now if the manufacturer says that you do not need a hearth extension outside of it, because we're never going to open this thing up, it's hermetically sealed. We're never ever going to open it up. Nothing's ever going to fall out, So if the manufacturer's okay without a hearth extension, who am I to say? I don't have the installation instructions. Sure don't have those. So if I don't have installation instructions, then I got to write that you don't have a hearth extension. You should at least have some kind of a marker. This rug would be a good marker. You shouldn't be any closer than 30 in instant romance. You shouldn't be any closer than 30 inches to a hot heat source like that. It's a good thing that flour is dried, because it would dry it up if it wasn't. So anyway, we need a little bit of space here. Your report's going to say that you do not have a hearth extension. The manufacturer may not specify that you have one of those. And then again, this looks like it's wood. All right, this looks like it's a nice wood floor. It's actually a ceramic tile, so it's for lack of a better word, fire resistant. So anyway, no solution, no problem. Yay! Okay, moving on in. We're coming on along here, and what we've got is right here. We've got a foul line, F-O-U-L. It's hillbilly home inspection. You're not supposed to have a foul line. Now, some sink manufacturers are okay with the foul line. That's where all the germs and the cooties and the viruses hide, and the pathogens and all those things. So, but some manufacturers are okay with a foul line for whatever reason. But this sink, the manufacturer's installation instruction supersedes, right? So this sink came with a box full of clips, and it was taped to the bottom of the sink. They had to take the box of clips off, and then they just went and they just put a couple sticks up there. Just put a couple sticks in it, Philip. We're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's the way we do it. That's what we do. A couple sticks, a couple drywall screws. Yeah. sometimes you just get this defeatist attitude, like it never changes, it never changes. But I got to tell you something. I discovered a sink, it fell. I was literally telling my client that there wasn't much you could do about sinks. And we went next door and looked at that sink, and it fell. It had fallen. And so I was just like, with egg on my face. Egg on my face. I'm telling you, those will not hold up the sink like they're supposed to. The clips should hold up the sink like it's supposed to. It's 1/3 horsepower. So being 1/3 horsepower, that means that it's okay to put the switch out of sight from the disposal. Code says the switch should be within sight of the disposal. What supersedes code? Manufacturer's installation instructions. They say as long as it's not a 1 horsepower. If it's less than 1 horsepower, 5/8, 3/4, 1/2, whatever, this one's 1/3, it's not 1 horsepower, you can put the switch out of sight like this. Now what you can't do, according to the manufacturer, is this should be not a rocker switch. They want a switch with a handle on it that handles those little thumb things, old school things. They want a switch with a handle on it that says on and off. Okay, I mean you could write off and on that or whatever, but you know, it's just not the way they intended to do it. The dishwasher is doing what dishwashers do. That's our vacuum breaker for the dishwasher. Slow you down a little bit. Get you wet a little bit. Forward is hot. Backward is cold. Okay, so we're going to come over here. This is the best part of the whole inspection, by the way. Go to our microwave. Looks like somebody's been using it. I'm going to put my magic lights in here. I won that because I was the smartest kid in the room. And so that's supposed to blink. Okay? So we come over here, we do cook time. We do 13 seconds. We hit blast it off. And we watch. Oh, there it goes. Blink. Look at you. Blinking and blinking. You might as well hang it up now. That's the best part of the show. Everything else is anticlimactic. This is how I know it works. Hot, 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 hot. Okay, that's how I know it works. Oven's just sitting here percolating at 350. Aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. We'll kill you. Cooking methods. Broil. Start. Turn the light off this time. Start. It's a little bit slow. And we're coming over here. Dishwasher is going through the drain cycle. All 4 burners work. But the gas valve, I cannot find the gas starter valve. And if there's one behind it, it's behind all these drawers and everything. It's hard to get to. And then peeking underneath here, I also saw, okay, this has just started in California. It's moving, it's coming our way. Don't worry about it. It's here. But now, cooktops are required to have drip tubes, sediment traps for their gas supplies. You should be able to get to the gas valve. You know, is it behind here? I can't find it. You know, is it in here? No, not seeing it. Second verse, same as the first. I've been sticking my hand in here and just kind of pulling it around, trying to get some images from behind here. And that's what I'm getting. No sediment trap. And I can't get to the gas stop. I checked in that drawer. I did. I did. Told you, Mom. Okay. So now our vent hood is great. It goes outside. It's high enough away from it, so we put a nice stock pot up here. We got a nice fan that blows. See here somewhere. Okay, that's our light. Does it go the right direction? Now, if a vent fan blows hard enough, then it's got to get the air somewhere. It'll suck the air out of the fireplace. Okay, if it moves enough air, we're supposed to have another vent in the kitchen, a makeup air vent, so that it'll work. I don't know if this one is that large. It might not be that large, but just heads up on that. While we're here, this is our vent hood. All right, and on the wall behind it, you'll see that's foil. And it's foil, and they kind of cut it in a square pattern to put it behind it. And that is foil cut in a square pattern on purpose to resemble, to pass for a fire blocking plate. That's not a fire blocking plate. A fire blocking plate is galvanized metal. All right? It's not that foil. That foil is good for fire blocking. I get it in certain instances, like we've got it right there on that connection and those kinds of things. I understand it's got a purpose. It's got a purpose, but it's not a fire blocking plate. Coming across here. Boiler's working. Light off. I get it. Light off. Turn everything off. Okay, refrigerator is beyond the scope of the inspection. Makes water. That's what I'll use this for.